Welcome to my channel. My name is Monica for those who are new, and if you are a returning subby, welcome back. Welcome, guys. I hope you all are doing good this beautiful Sunday. I am doing good. I'm really doing good. And yeah, I'm excited to hang out with you guys. If you're new here, literally 2 days ago, I started the takedown process of my mini braid. And when I tell you it was a mess, it was an actual mess. Like, it was so hard to take down these braids. But the last 2 days, I've really been going in while busy editing and doing other stuff. I was like, I'm going to give myself time to also take out these mini braids because, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's taking me days. But it makes sense because it took me days to do these mini braids. And you know what? I really do think they are a great protective styling. My hair feels so good, very healthy. I won't lie. Will I do it again? I'm not sure. I'm just going in right now with DCT Bliss Tex. Let me show it to you guys for those who are interested. If you've got dry lips, if you have eczema, I have eczema on my lips, which is why specifically I'm using this product. If your lips are dark and you want to lighten them, this product, try it out. It's called Ballistics DCT and it's amazing. Oh my gosh, we have Vidi. Hi, Vidi. Oh no, Vidi. You will not believe what's actually happening. You will not believe what's happening, Vidi. Remember how like we took time? Good morning to you too, Vidi. Remember how we took time to do this hair? I'm taking it out. I'm already taking it out because I couldn't style it the way I wanted to style it. So I came here 2 days ago and we started the process of taking it out. When I tell you, Vidi, it's taken me longer to take it out than when we um styled my hair. Like it's taking me longer to take it out. Like these mini braids, oh my goodness. They are a great protective styling, I will say. And my hair feels actually quite healthy and nourished. But oh my goodness, the process of just working with this hair, it's a lot. So, yeah, we're gonna take it out today. So, we'll be hanging out, taking it out, and just hanging this beautiful Sunday. We have Angelo in the comment section. Say bellissima. Say bellissima. I have no idea what that means, but I think it's Italian. I think it's Italian. I hope you guys are all doing good. We have Leroy. You from Nigeria? No, I'm not. But you know what? I get that a lot, I will say. I get that a lot. A lot of people think I'm like West African, but I'm actually not. I am South African. I have no idea why people think I'm West African, but I love it. I love it. I love it. We have Angelo Mandami and Basio. I have no idea what I'm saying. Very well. It's kind of expected seeing its natural hair, so it was starting to lock. Actually, people were saying I have dreadlocks, and I was like, these are not dreadlocks. These are mini braids. Why does it look like I have dreadlocks? If there's one hairstyle I've always wanted to do, but I know I could not commit to, it's dreadlocks. Like I don't know. They're just not for me. So yeah, when people say they're starting to look like dreadlocks, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already getting lazy. Angelo Mandami and Basio. Angelo, what are you saying to me? Say Belize. I wish I could Google this. We have a mom from Ireland. Hi, mom. We have Angelo again. Te amo tantissimo. I think te amo means I love you. If I'm not mistaken, if that's the case, I love you too, Angelo. Thank you. We have Belco. Hi, you're so cute. Oh, thank you, Belco. I am literally looking as bare as possible. So the fact that you say I'm looking cute, thank you. With my hair looking this messy, thank you. Vidi, we international this morning. We definitely are. Hey, people from Ireland. Oh my goodness, Italians. People from where? I think we might have. Let me see. Where are you from, Vidi? You're either South African. Let me look at your profile picture. Miyagi, Vidi Miyagi, even South African. I don't know why. I also feel like Indian. One of the two. One of the two. T. Voglio Bene. Angela, what are you having me read here? Let me know. Hi, sorry, I'm new here. I want to ask you where you from. Hi, Bongani. How you doing? I am from South Africa, Belco. I am South African. I am based here in South Africa, Pretoria, the capital city of South Africa. South Africa actually has three capital cities. We have one in Cape Town, one in Bloemfontein, and one in Pretoria. Pretoria is the major capital city. Our parliament is in Cape Town, if I'm not mistaken. And Cape Town is like our legislative capital. Yeah, I could be wrong. I know I'm not wrong in terms of Bloemfontein being the capital for law and whatever. Cape Town is definitely where our parliament is, and Pretoria is like the major parliament where we have our union buildings. I just can't forget what the union buildings are because I would assume they are parliament, but they're not because Cape Town is where the parliament is. So I'm not sure actually. One day maybe I must do a live, show you guys the union buildings. If there's one place I actually love in Pretoria, it's the union buildings. Like the views are so beautiful and it's just such a nice chilled place. I remember when I was still in high school, we'd go around there and hang out, even in varsity. Yeah. We have Thunderscorpion. Hi, Thunderscorpion. How you doing? Bongani Bachele, babe. Bachele means tell them. Tell them in Zulu. I'm also multilingual. I wanted to say I'm bilingual, but I'm not bilingual. I'm multilingual. I know like five languages. But that is so common in South Africa. Like it's not even a flex. To know multiple languages in South Africa is not a flex. We have 11 official languages, and when you include sign language, it's 12. So everyone in South Africa is very much multilingual. We use all of these official languages on a daily basis. Vidi, not you thinking I'm Indian. Nothing against Indians, but yes, I am South African as can be. You know what? It's your profile picture. Because of YouTube and your picture being so small, I can't properly see. So to me, from this position that I'm at, you kind of look Indian. You look like an Indian man. And I don't know, the name Vidi sounds Indian to me as well. Bongani says, full of knowledge, babe. You have to be a knowledgeable babe. In 2025, with the internet and everything, we have to be knowledgeable, guys. We have to inform ourselves as people. Just know what's going on. Not everything, of course, but just know what you can. Belko has to go. Sorry, I need to go. Bye. Bye, Belko. It was a nice hang out with you this Sunday. Guys, I don't know why. Yesterday I was on such a roll taking out these mini braids, but this morning I'm feeling, I don't know, a bit lazy. Like I just want to sit here and chat with you guys and not really touch my hair. But a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do because it is a big week in South Africa. Like this week that's coming up and next week is a busy week in South Africa. Like the festive season in South Africa is really like the festive season. I honestly don't have plans. Like I'm going to have a very chilled and relaxed December. I'm going to be working a lot, probably creating content. So I don't really have plans to go out, but I do want to look put together. I do want to, look cute and create the content. So that's why we are like getting my hair sorted out today. Bongani says, wow, as you are drinking, that something is moving, lab. What's moving? You kind of scared me. Lol. Saskia. Hi, Saskia. How you doing? Guys, I remember you. Like, if you come onto my live, I remember you. I remember you, Saskia. How you doing? Vili, of course, I know you. Bongani, I know you. Um, Vidi says, lol, might as well embrace the culture once. You might as well. But what are you? Are you colored then, Vidi? Are you colored? We have Shayla saying Sasa. Hi, Shayla. Sasa, that is Swahili, I think. Shayla, are you speaking Swahili? I think Sasa is Swahili. Saskia says, yeah, it's crazy. I went to N1 City. It was so full. Where's N1 City? We have Meisha. Hi, Meisha. How you doing? Shayla says, do you know Swahili? No, I don't know Swahili, but I know a few words. I know like Sasa is hi. I wasn't too sure, but I was like, I think I know Sasa only because I watched this content creator called Lydia Dinga. She's a content creator based in the UK and she's also from Kenya. So every time she starts her YouTube videos, she likes saying Sasa babe, hi Sasa. So I picked it up from there. So I was like, this sounds like something Lydia has said. Saskia says, I'm doing fine, girl. I like watching you live. Oh, thank you, Saskia. I hope you're good. Bongani, thank you. Bongani says, guys, please subscribe and like. Aibo, thank you, Bongani. Thank you. Maisha says, what's your favorite food? And is your favorite color red or and purple? Okay, my favorite food is ice cream. I was telling my community this, like in my last live, that my favorite food is ice cream. I love ice cream. My favorite ice cream so far is the tin roof flavor from Woolworths. Here in South Africa, there's a retail shop that sells like food and clothing that's called Woolworths. They have this amazing ice cream called Tin Roof. It's my favorite. I love it. And from like fast food outlets, it's KFC. Like they soft serve ice cream. It's actually so good. It's literally my favorite. I love it down. And my favorite color, I would actually say it's black. I really like black. And yeah, it's my favorite color. Another color, let me see. I'm starting to warm up to red, I must say. I wasn't a big fan of red. If anything, I would have said purple over red previously, but I'm starting to warm up to red a little bit more. Like it's a color that actually suits me. I've just not liked it for some reason on me specifically, but I'm really starting up to warm up to red. Sasia says N1 City is in Cape Town near Good Hope. Oh, okay. I've only been to Cape Town once. I was in Cape Town in 2019, literally before the pandemic. It was such an amazing time. I went to see the beach for the very, very first time in my life. And it was amazing. I loved Cape Town. It's so relaxed. It really reminds me of Pretoria, the vibe, the energy. The people are amazing as well. And I really enjoyed Cape Town. The scenery, it felt like I remember driving into Waterfront. I think it's yeah, the mall, it's called Waterfront. And we're driving like towards the mall. And it felt like I was in a movie, like I'm watching a movie or like looking at a picture. Like I could see the harbor. It was so picturesque. I can't explain it. Like the memory in my head doesn't even feel like a memory. It feels like a dream. It was so dreamy and beautiful. Like Cape Town is so beautiful. It reminds me of Pretoria. Like when you drive from Johannesburg and you go into Pretoria, and when you pass Centurion, and literally, between Pretoria and Centurion, there's like vacant land, if I can call it that. And then you can see the skyline of Pretoria, and then you can see the University of Pretoria there. The Gautrain is on your left, and you just see the beautiful trees. Like, it's South Africa is beautiful, guys. Like, if you can come to South Africa, come through. It's beautiful. We have Angelique, I think, or Angel. Hi, Angel. Vidi says half and half, colored and Khoisan. Oh no, guys. Oh no, guys. We have royalty in the house. Vidi is Khoisan. Khoisan guys are the original people of the planet. Like, not of South Africa, not of Africa, the original people of Africa. They are the oldest clan. They let me see what can I say about Khoisan people. I'm hearing people say like the term Khoisan is actually offensive. So I always like I'm careful when referring to them, and I always try to say Khoisan or Kwe because I know some people prefer Kwe as well. But they are such like interesting and knowledgeable people. They know so much about the land. They are the original people of Africa. We all essentially come from them. And let me see, what else do I know? I don't know much. Oh my goodness. When you go to, I think it's called Sterkfontein. Is it Sterkfontein? Mm, I could be mistaken, but there's a place where it's a cave. You can go there and you can see old ancient wall art. Is it wall art? Ancient art on inside a cave essentially. And it's the Khoisan people who did this art, and basically they were capturing their lives, their daily lives, and their rituals. Like they are such an interesting group of people. And actually, there's research that was done in China, and it was also like discovered that the Chinese people are actually closely related to Khoisan people or Khoi people. And when you see the Khoisan people and you look at their eyes and you look at their features, Chinese people actually look very like identical to them, like they look very similar. So it's a very interesting group of people to learn and just be knowledgeable about. Oh, I wish I knew more. Well, I'm half Tswana, and Tswana people are also descendants of them. So you know what, Vidi, you could be my cousin. Who knows? But yeah, I need to learn more about Khoi people or Khoisan people. They're such an interesting group of people. I can't say that enough. We have Meisha saying my favorite color is purple. Purple is a beautiful color, the color of royalty, the color of luxury. So you're rich. Bogani says, like I'm sitting Lana and I'm smiling. Ungenzani, Monica. Bongani is saying, I'm just sitting here and I'm smiling. What are you doing to me, Monica? I'm just hanging out with you guys. Bongani, we are just chilling. Who you went with? Vale to Cape Town. Oh, that was an old life, guys. That was an old life. I went. I it was an old life. Let's leave it at that. We have Zakali. Hi, Zakali, girl. Your spectacles. What? I feel like they are so boring. I need like more nicer looking glasses. They're just so basic. But thank you. Saskia says, yeah. And then, yeah, waterfront is gorgeous. Like, really, it is. And just, it was so beautiful, guys. I can't get over Cape Town. I will say it's by the beach and by the ocean. We went to, so close to the mall, there's an aquarium and there's a place you can see like the sea lions. I think it's sea lions. And they're just literally there, just hanging out. They stank. Oh my goodness, they smelled so bad. I just remembered. But I really had a good time. Um, Bongani wants to know, what car are you driving, babe? I don't drive. Ah, why are you exposing me, Bongani? I don't drive, guys. I don't know what happened, guys. I've been driving for such a long time. Like my dad taught me how to drive and everything, but I have a fear. I have driving anxiety. Like I think it's because I lived in Joburg. Like I have driving anxiety, so I don't drive. I am a forever passenger princess. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. And I blame my father. Guys, my father really turned me into a passenger princess, and now he's passed away. And it's like, dude, you left, and I'm a passenger princess. Like not being driven around, that's so painful when you're so used to it, guys. Like my dad would take me to the nail salon and like wait for me. Do you know how much I miss that right now? Like just to be taken to the nail salon and to know that someone is waiting for me. If I needed to go to the mall, my dad would drive me. Oh, yeah. Saskia says there are lots of places you can go to, like Table Mountain. Yeah, like I didn't get to explore a lot when I went to Cape Town, guys, because I went there in June. So June is like very cold in South Africa. It's like the winter season. And actually it was such a great time to explore places because it wasn't packed, it wasn't too busy, it was quite nice, but it was cold. And to top it all off, I had shingles. I had shingles when I was in Cape Town, guys. Do you know how horrible that is? Like shingles is so painful, and I had that while I was in Cape Town, so it just ruined everything. Leon, do you have a boyfriend? Oh, guys, is it alive with Monica? If no one asks me that question. No, Leon, I am very much single. Very single, in fact. Saskia says, going on the cable card and you see into Cape Town, I need to experience that. I really need to experience that. Vidi says, haha, well, I'm here, so I'll answer any questions you might have in the future. And for me, it's not offensive. I guess I'm the new age. You definitely are the new age. Um, what are some food that quite some people like to eat? Oh my gosh, English. Like what food do quite some people actually eat? I actually don't know that, but I do know that Tswana people like something called chotlo, which is like shredded beef. Delicious, delicious, delicious. They also like tingi. Tingi is fermented sorghum. It's so good. If you don't like anything sour, it's definitely not for you, but it's delicious. Exactly, Saskia. Single like a Pringle. That is me. Like, I am so single, guys. I'm very single. And you know what? I actually do want to meet someone. Like, I do. And I'm just open to it. Like, there's nothing more to add, more to say. I don't hate men. Of course, there are issues when it comes to men and things that we need to work on as men and women as well. So yeah, there's that. But I am single like a Pringle. It's so difficult doing my hair with you guys because I just enjoy chatting away and I'm not too focused on what it is that I'm doing, and it's gonna take me now longer. I remember in my last live, we were doing my hair for like an hour and 10 minutes, and I only took out 3 mini braids. Imagine 3 mini braids in an hour because we were chatting away. Saskia was there actually. It was so funny. There was these two men from one was from Yemen and the other one I'm not too sure, and they were speaking in Arab, literally talking about us in Arab and leaving comments in Arabic, and we couldn't read them. It was so funny. Oh, Saskia, lots and lots of issues, girl. Like the men. Hey, yeah. And you know what's sad is that all of the issues that we're experiencing when it comes to like men and women, the issues actually created and generated by colonialism actually, and the patriarchy. And once we address and get a hold of these issues that we have in our society, I think this is where the gender wars will actually end, because yeah, it's bad, guys. It's bad. And if you're South African, you also know like there's just a lot of gender-based violence that's normalized in our communities. So like it's a lot when you expose yourself to men sometimes, to be honest, as a woman. Like it can really be a lot and it can even be dangerous. So yeah, you really need to be practicing, caution when you are putting yourself out there and you are open up to exploring a relationship with someone. Yeah, it can be dangerous. Bongani say, oh, Saskia says I was there. Girl. Girl. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Girl. Guys, that live was crazy. It was so crazy. We had people from Yemen leaving Arab comments. You couldn't read them, and they were going off complaining about my body. It was funny. Bongani says had a problem in network. Yo, babe. Okay, but you're back. That's good. Bongani says he had problems with his internet, but he's back. Let me see if I can finish this. Saskia says, you have any plans for today? I might go to Cape Town just to relax and spoil myself. You're so lucky, Saskia. Like, imagine someone saying, my plans for the day is just to go to the beach. I'm just gonna go to the beach. I'm just gonna go to Cape Town and spoil myself, be amongst the water. That sounds so amazing. And it's my dream, actually. My dream is to live by the ocean at some point in my life. Like, at some point, I need to live by the ocean. Like, that is a must. Even though I have a big fear of water, I have to live by the ocean. But I don't have plans for today. I'm just going to hopefully finish up my hair and then just relax. Honestly, my plans are just like you, just to relax and spoil myself. And I'm just going to spoil myself with relaxing and chilling. I'm going to cook dinner later on at around like 4 p.m. And that's going to be it. I want to chill and watch a series. I finally have a series that I'm watching and that I'm actually enjoying. It's called The Summer I Turned Pretty. And you know what? That's my type of content. I just like simple romance, sometimes teenage love content. Like, it's just my thing. I really enjoy it. Yeah, clock it. It's honestly my type of content. So I'm gonna watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm on season one, maybe episode 6 or 7 right now. There's 3 seasons, so I'm a happy girl. And then there's so much content I'm enjoying on YouTube as well. Oh my goodness. Like, YouTube is fun again. YouTube is nice again. Like, I'm really enjoying my YouTube content right now as well. There's so many creators I'm enjoying. There's this beautiful content creator called Leah Space. I'm addicted to her content. I'm actually watching her older YouTube videos. She really inspires me as a content creator. So I just watch a lot of her content to be inspired. Yeah, and just to see her growth. I'm also watching Monet McMichael. She's doing Vlogmas. I'm really enjoying it. I wanted to do Vlogmas this year, but my life, guys, it's honestly not so interesting right now. And I haven't really been vlogging. So I feel like, my vlogging isn't that good for me to commit right now to like Vlogmas. But I'm hoping that next year I might do Vlogmas with you guys. And I'm hoping that next year my life is more interesting. And yeah, you guys will like want to see what it is that I'm up to during the festive season, because the this festive season is quite relaxed. Nothing is really happening, but I'm happy with it being so relaxed and not having plans, because I just plan on really working. Like, my goal right now, and I'll share it with you guys, is I want to reach 5,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I'm literally so close. I'm at like 4,900 and something. This morning I woke up, it was like 4,945. So my goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. Just my goals, my goals, my goals. Let's read the comment sections. Saskia says, I also have a big fear of water, like drowning. Oh, drowning is my biggest fear. That is me. I fear water so bad. Like, drowning is also my biggest fear. It is my biggest, biggest, biggest fear. And I even hate dreaming about water. I don't want to dream about water. I don't want to dream about being in water. Like, that to me is a nightmare. I fear water so much. Saskia says, girl, yes, girl, I'm also watching that as well. Yeah, like the YouTube content is so good this year. Bongani says, okay, Umuhle Monica, yo. Thank you. He's saying I'm beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Bongani. Vidi, roasted and dried meat, biltong. Biltong is one of my favorites. So Vidi now is sharing with us some of the food that Khoisan people enjoy. And firstly is roasted and dry meat. I love biltong as well. Biltong is delicious. If you're not from South Africa, it's like jerky in America, but apparently jerky in America is sweet. Biltong is not sweet. It's very much savory, spicy. Sometimes you can find like a sweet flavor, but it's mostly savory or spicy. Oh, delicious. My favorite type of biltong is chili bites. Mm, yeah. Wild fruits. Oh wow. Okay. They like honey, tubers. I've never heard of tubers. And insects like grasshoppers. Yeah, I remember growing up as well. There were kids where I was from, they ate grasshoppers. Did I eat some of the grasshoppers? I don't think so. But they would sometimes kill pigeons and roast the pigeons. And I might have had a pigeon. I can't believe I'm saying this. I might have had a pigeon or two as a child because we would just randomly kill pigeons and eat pigeons. Why? Yeah, but there were people who also ate grasshoppers. Even I forgot the name. There's like these flies, not flies, they're like insects that look like huge bugs and they have a very oily. Some people ate those as well. I didn't. The only like weird things I ate growing up were that like pigeons, but didn't it wasn't a lot, guys. I promise. And it tastes literally like chicken. It literally tastes like chicken. It's a bird. And I've also eaten masonja. Masonja are like dried worms. If you go to Limpopo and Polokwane, like in South Africa, right between the border of Zimbabwe and South Africa, that area and a bit lower, people eat worms. They're called masonja. I've actually had those as well. They're not my favorite, but they're not bad. Like I could eat lusonja. I could. Yeah. Vidi says, but we also moved to urban cities, so we eat what you eat unless you're in the rural villages. Okay, that makes sense. There's these plants, I forgot what they're called, where they have like thorns, and I know people who live in the desert eat the inner parts of those plants as well. Bongani says, please like and subscribe. Thank you, Bongani. Tell them, please like and subscribe, guys. I'm going to reach 5K by the end of the year. Like, I am working hard. We're reaching 5K subscribers. Woman says, I like your pajamas from me in Sweden. Oh my gosh. Thank you for watching from Sweden. Wow. And then we have, it's Tamira, no boats. No boats where, Tamira? Where is this? Guys, you see, I'm chatting away. I'm braiding my hair? No, but I'm chatting. I'm having a conversation with you guys, and it's 30 minutes in. I've only done, okay, but I'm on my third one, so not bad. I want to do this hairstyle. I'm definitely going to do a short video on it where I'm gonna style my hair just so you guys can see for those who are interested. Where I'm going to try out a new gel. I don't have it here right now. I would have shown it to you guys. I'm actually excited. A new gel from Dark and Lovely. And I'm gonna do my go-to sleek bun situation that I always do. And I'm gonna add some curly hair. So I'm actually excited to do this hairstyle. So we'll see how it goes. Guys, ah, this is a lot. This is still a lot. Betty says, and we normally dry any meat we hunt because we don't have refrigerators. That reminds me of my parents. My mom as well, growing up, they lived somewhere where they didn't have refrigerators and stuff, so they would dry their meat as well. People, I'm guessing you guys use salt. I know a lot of people use salt to dry their meat. And probably that's where biltong was birthed. Oh, guys, I love biltong. Biltong is so good. It's so good. I'm so lazy, guys. Me so lazy right now. But we gotta push through. It's so quiet today. Oh, it's Sunday. I'm like, it's so quiet. Just remember this Sunday, people have gone to church. Normally, there's so many kids you can hear in the background playing around. We have Zakali. Hi, Zakali. Where are you watching from, Zakali? Ugh, my hair. From Nagaland. I've never heard of Nagaland. Where's Nagaland? Never heard of it. That's the first time ever. It's in India. Oh, wow. Oh wow. People were so surprised by Indian people. They were watching, Tyler, the musician from South Africa. She performed in India and they were seeing the baddies and just how beautiful Indian women are. And people were like, Indian people are baddies. And it's like, yeah, where have you guys been? Indian people are baddies. Indian people are so beautiful. The world is waking up to you guys, which I love for Indian people. Vidi says wild game is mainly rabbits, deer, wild pigs, but we've adopted to the Western lifestyle a bit. So now, as younger people, live like everyone else. Oh, wow. Okay. I've never eaten a rabbit, deer, I'm not sure. Wild pig. Mm-mm. I don't like gamey meat. I don't know. It's just difficult for me to eat. But I'm also a very picky eater, I must say. But I can't imagine the taste of a rabbit or a deer. Do you guys really love eating like, well, obviously if it's part of your diet, you guys probably do enjoy eating it like that. And like, do you guys eat chicken as well? Is chicken like common in, because most Khoisan people live in the desert, for those who are wondering. They live in the desert, or not live mostly, but like mostly from the desert. The areas can be quite dry and stuff. So I'm just wondering, are they chickens? Do they enjoy chickens as well? Because for me, that's the only meat I like, to be honest. I like chicken, I like beef, and lately I'm loving seafood. And seafood for me is like new into my diet because I didn't really grow up eating a lot of seafood except like normal fish like hake. Like it's just so common. Excuse me. But like now I'm enjoying prawns, I'm enjoying mussels. I don't like calamari. Mm-mm. Um, did I say mussels? Mussels. Yeah, I think mussels. Those are the ones that come in a shell. Those are delicious, and I love prawns as mentioned. But yeah, I want to like start like expanding my taste when it comes to seafood. Seafood is actually so good. Sakali says he's from India, as mentioned. And then we have Tasha Garrett. Hello, I'm new here. I love your energy and also your accent. I just liked and subscribed to your channel. Oh, thank you so much, Tasha. Thank you so much. You're helping me reach my goal. You're helping me reach my goal. I'm working towards 5K subbies. Thank you. Zakaria says, thank you, baby girl. Yeah, guys, Indian people. I say this because a lot of my viewers also are from India. A lot of the people who watch my content are from India. So like they baddies. They really, really baddies. Sasha says she likes my accent. I just want to go back to that because I'm always like, what accent? You can't hear yourself speak. So especially like when I hear South Africans, I'm like, we don't have an accent as South Africans. We don't have an accent. Oh, what's our accent? But then when you hear people like especially actors and they like maybe acting as South Africans and they talk about how they had to train their tongues or train how to speak like a South African and they mention like okay South Africans pronounce certain words like this and then it's even specific in terms of like South Africans in certain regions speak a certain way so it's just like oh my gosh we really do have accents. Vinny says, yes, wild game is more bloody and have to cook longer if you're not used to the toughness. Yeah, I can do a tough chicken though. As for chicken in the townships, sure, but back home deep in the desert, they won't survive. It gets too hot. Yeah, I was also wondering, do you guys eat chicken in the desert? So that makes sense. A hot body chicken, for those who are wondering, it's like a chicken that grows in the wild, or a chicken that is homegrown, not given any hormones or anything. I love that type of chicken. The bones are so hard. That's why they call it a hard body. The bones are harder than your average normal chicken. Like a hard body chicken, but it's delicious. Lil Hummingbird says, "Yes, girl, we eat chicken." Don't laugh at me. I was referring to people in the desert. I've never seen I've never been to the desert, mind you, so I don't know. But I'm just like, from the content I've consumed through movies and TV shows, I don't remember seeing a chicken ever in the desert. So I was just like, how would people who've grown up in the desert eat a chicken? I'm just wondering. Please, 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 please. I'm not trying to be ignorant at all. I'm just educating myself. Ugh, my hair's a bit. Little Hummingbird says, "I'm sorry, I didn't hear the entire question. It's okay, it's okay." No worries at all. I was specifically talking about people from the desert, Khoisan people. Not Tasha from Sweden laughing at us. Oh, how is Sweden, Tasha? How's the weather? I'm guessing you guys are in winter right now, so is it super cold? Is it snowing? Guys, I've never experienced snow in my life. That's also another dream of mine, to experience snow. I've never seen snow. I would love to experience snow, but I hate the cold. So just know I'm going to be complaining the whole time about how cold it is. But I would love to experience the snowy, cold weather. I don't know if I'd ever like visit. I would actually like to visit Europe. Let me see where. Because I've never considered like, would I ever want to go visit Europe? The other day, like 2 days ago, we did a live here, and people asking me where I would love to go visit, and I mentioned like places in Ghana, in Africa, like Ghana, Morocco. Like I would love to go there, in Tanzania. Then I also mentioned like Brazil. I would love to go to Brazil. And then Europe, I mentioned Russia. Like I would love to go visit Russia because I'm reading this book, and one of the characters, his name is Casimir. Guys, isn't this name sexy? Casimir Solonik. I'm like, oh my god. So that's the name of the character, and he's from Russia. He's a gangster. He's a gangster who's in love with this black woman from Harlem, New York. Like, I'm enjoying this book so much. So he's from Russia, and the book just makes me want to go visit Russia so much. I want to go see Moscow. I want to go see St. Petersburg. So, yeah. So that's the one place in Europe that I can think of that I would love to go visit. It's definitely Russia. And but then other countries, oh, I did mention Italy as well. Italy, I would like to actually maybe go, but you do hear a lot of people saying that there's racism in Italy. So that is a bit of a fear for me. Not that South Africa is not racist, there is racism in South Africa, but like racism in South Africa doesn't scare me because I'm from here, and at any point I will cuss you out if I get the opportunity. I will cuss you out. But if I'm in a foreign land, I don't know. So it scares me. So Italy scares me because of that. Oh, France. I would love to go to France. And you know what? I've actually, yeah, I've seen like Sweden looks so cool and fun. I would love to go to Sweden actually. And it's so culturally diverse because I'm just thinking about Love is Blind and just how many different ethnicities and races the people were on the show, the Love is Blind season from Sweden. So you know what? Yeah, Sweden, let me put on my list. A country to visit. But I did watch a video on just how Sweden is experiencing. Because guys, this is so interesting. Okay, this is so random, but this is so interesting how Sweden is experiencing a gang problem, like gangs. But then these gangs are young children. They're like teenagers, even young, like people who are like 10 years old. 13 years old who are part of gangs. And Sweden has like an issue with that. Like, and it's kids, they're unruly and stuff like that. And they just do whatever it is that they do because they're young. And it's just so interesting that, like, Sweden is really dealing with this. But it's still a very beautiful country, very culturally diverse, and I would love to visit it. Okay, let's go to the comment section. Mm, little hummingbird says, "Where are you from, or where you located?" I'm from South Africa, still in South Africa. Guys, I'm slowly getting tired of this place. But I love my country so much. There's no complaints about anything. I've just been here my whole life. I'm craving a change. So yeah, I'm in South Africa. Vidi says, if you like scenic views, you should definitely see the night sky. Stars look very beautiful because there's less artificial light. Oh, definitely in the desert. So Vidi, for those who are wondering, he's half Khoisan. So half Khoisan. Khoisan are people in South Africa who live mostly in the desert. When I say the original people, I really mean the original people, one of the oldest tribes, if not, actually not if not, they are the oldest tribe or clan in the world. And yeah, the desert, I've heard this so many times that the night sky in the desert is stunning. It's beautiful. The stars are so clear and beautiful because there's less artificial lights, less air pollution. Like, I would love to experience that actually. I would love to visit the desert. My only fear is that there's so many creatures in the desert, guys. Like, there's more creatures in the desert than, let me just try to remember this fact correctly. I could be mistaken, but the desert has a lot of creatures, essentially, like a lot of animals. It looks bare, it looks dry, like there's no life there, but actually, the desert has so much life. It's crazy. And there's lots and lots of creepy crawlies, snakes, and I fear those type of animals so bad, but I would love to go. I would love to go still. Little Hummingbird says, I'm from California, USA. Oh, wow. You're from Cali. When I hear California, I just think of Tupac. California. It's Californication, that song. I'm not sure. But Tupac has a song where he mentions California. I always think of that. Tasha says, oh my gosh, snow is absolutely beautiful. Oh, guys. Sounds so dreamy. You'll enjoy it, but if you're not used to the cold, you won't like it for long. I know. I know. I hate the cold. Winter is the worst season for me. And I am an autumn baby. I was born in autumn, but I never get used to winter. And South African winter, come on, it's cold, but obviously it's definitely not as cold as Sweden, but I still hate it. So I don't know how I'll handle properly cold weather. I don't know. But still, I think I will toughen it up just to experience snow. Like, snow looks so dreamy. And I love the idea of snow in December for Christmas. Like, that is just dreamy. I would love to experience that. Tasha says, I absolutely love Love is Blind. Me too. I haven't watched it in some time, but I loved Love is Blind as well. And guys, the Sweden cast were beautiful. I won't lie. Like, the Sweden cast, there's this girl from the last season I watched. I forgot her name. Oh my gosh, she was so beautiful. Like the women in Sweden. And they're so culturally diverse. I can't like emphasize this enough. It reminds me of South Africa. Like in South Africa, you can meet someone and just look at them and be like, I'm not sure what race you are because you just look so mixed. And that's Sweden. Like they are so beautiful. We have Canary King. Hi. Hi Canary. How you doing? Are you in Sweden? No, I'm not. Oh no, I'm in South Africa. I'm in South Africa, sunny South Africa, very warm South Africa, not Sweden. Canary says, have you ever been to Tugela Falls? No, but I've heard of Tugela Falls. I heard of it. Guys, I haven't traveled a lot here. It's so crazy. But I haven't. I have traveled a bit, but not a lot. I've been to Cape Town, I've been to Bloemfontein, I've been to Nelspruit, which is in Mpumalanga. I've been a bit to Polokwane, I've been to Northwest. Okay, you know what? I'm lying. I'm like, I haven't traveled. I have traveled, but like there's so many places I haven't gone to that I still want to see. We have on-site merchant. Hair still looking fire. Really, on-site merchant? This is fire. Guys, I'm too comfortable on the internet. Like, who comes onto the internet looking like this? But I like my people. You guys push, you guys encourage me. You look good. Thank you. Written by that guy. You have a flag of Brazil. Are you Brazilian? But everything in that emoji, I want. Except the eye rolling face. We have Zeba Mohammed, US. Okay, written by that guy says Brazil Carnival sounds good. It sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. But let me tell you guys something so interesting about Brazilian carnivals. I don't know how I feel about past lives, living a past life, or, yeah, if we've lived past lives previously. But I think we have because, we reincarnate onto this planet and all of that when you're talking about spiritual stuff. Now, I mentioned this that when I started seeing carnival things on, the other social media platform, and then they show the Brazilian carnivals, and they show these huge, figures. I don't know what to call them, and people were like on them, it's carnival, whatever. I had this moment where I was like, I've been here before. I know it sounds so crazy. It sounds so crazy. But like it feels it felt so familiar. I can't explain it. I have to experience Brazil Carnival definitely. Like those figures that I saw, I was like, these are so beautiful. But they felt like I've experienced this before. I don't know how to explain it. It was so beautiful, guys. We have Zeba. You so beautiful. Where you from? Call me out, please. I'm calling you out, Zeba. I'm from South Africa. Thank you. We have Neo Musics. Hi, Neo. We have Suad. Hi, Suad. Neo Musics. I'm from Ethiopia. Say hi. Hi, Neo. Are you safe? Are you safe? Because a volcano just erupted literally a few days ago in Ethiopia, a volcano that was inactive, guys, for 10,000 years. 10,000 years, and randomly it just erupted. Neo, what did you guys do? Ethiopians? What did you guys do that made that volcano erupt? We need to know. 10,000 years inactive, and it just randomly erupted. You guys did something. Tasha says, being your authentic self is absolutely beautiful. It is. It's amazing. It's liberating. Just be yourself, guys. Be yourself. Bongani, thank you for the heart. Vidi says, as unpopular we are, but Namibia, Botswana, Angola, with smaller numbers in Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Lesotho, and Eswatini have traces of Khoisan. So Southern Africa, y'all welcome. Not really clocking you all saying thank you. I mean, saying thank us the Khoisan people, because we are everywhere, and because we are everywhere you guys exist. Thank us. But wow, I knew that you guys are definitely in Botswana, Angola, Namibia, and South Africa, but I didn't know about Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and Eswatini, especially Lesotho and Eswatini, because it's literally on the other side of the continent. So oh my gosh, but that makes sense. You guys are nomadic people, you travel a lot, and again, the original people, so why would you not have traces there? I love it for you. We have Danette too, and you deleted your messages, and I think you've been on my live before. Your name sounds so familiar. Zaiba says, has Queen Same from South Africa? I think you're asking me if I'm from South Africa, and yes, I am. Neo Music says, yeah, I'm fine. Neo says it's just the beginning. That's the beginning. Why? What are you Ethiopians doing? Neo Music, don't say that. Oh my goodness. What are you guys planning? What do you say is just the beginning? What's going to happen? Let us know. Fill us in. Bongani says, marry me. How, Bongani? You're just going to propose over live? Our Bongani. Just over live like that. Neo music, other things will happen. Other things like what? Tell us. What's gonna happen? Bongani are straight. How can I marry someone who I haven't met? I have to see you in person first. I have to experience you first to know, are you the one for me or not? Back to Neo music. Neo music, what's gonna happen? Tell us. Based on the priests, based on the priest said, yes, what did the priest say? Tell us. Guys, you also know that Ethiopia is one of the only African nations. Yeah, I think the only African nation that was never colonized. They have the oldest form of um I want to be correct. I don't know if it's the oldest form of Christianity, but they practice a very ancient and old form of Christianity in Ethiopia. It's called the Orthodox something something. I'm not sure. And they've been practicing this type of Christianity since the fourth century. And a lot of Christian people like actually using this talk point about, oh, Christianity is from Africa because Ethiopians have been practicing it since the fourth century. But that's not the case. Christianity came to Ethiopia. The king adopted Christianity, and because of that, the people were forced to also become Christians. It was brought by someone, I can't remember who, from either Europe or the Middle East. They brought Christianity over to Ethiopia, and Ethiopia been practicing it. But what I love about Ethiopian, religion and faith is that it hasn't been changed. So the Ethiopian Bible has more Bible verses. And yes, King Ezana, that's the king, yeah. So the Ethiopian Bible has more Bible verses. It also talks about giants. It talks about giant trees and stuff. And I think Enoch, that you even have the book of Enoch in it. Exactly. Even Neo says this, an Ethiopian, that Ethiopian people adopted it. It's not from Ethiopia. A lot of Christians who want to what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but they like to use those talking points that no, Ethiopians have been practicing Christianity since the fourth century, so Christianity is from Africa. It's not. Where can one get their Bible? I don't know where you can get it actually. I've not seen it. I've just seen images where they have these beautiful, listen to this, these beautiful churches in nature, in the sky. Literally in the sky is these huge, huge mountains, and at the top there's like these caves that they've done, and they have churches in there, and they are so beautiful. And even the Jesus in their Bible, if I'm not mistaken, if it's Jesus, but the people in their Bible, this color. This color, they're black. Their Bible has pictures, and it's colored pictures, not black and white pictures, colored pictures where you can see the people. It's so interesting. You can see the priests in the sky there, and they wear white. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I would love to experience that one day and just see it. And yeah, Ethiopia was never colonized. The Italians tried. So when you go to Ethiopia, they have a lot of Italian influences, but they never got colonized. They did try though. Did you actually know Ethiopian people eat raw meat? It's a delicacy in the country, and it's because of this. Like when the Italians tried to colonize them, they were fighting back because obviously it's their land and they know it very well. So they would go into the desert and stuff like that and hide out and fight back. And because of that, sometimes they couldn't light a fire and cook their meat and whatever. So they would eat raw meat. And that's where the tradition where Ethiopian people eating raw meat started. Yeah. I just know random facts. Why? I just like knowing random things. Okay. We have Lonnie Don saying that's true. Lonnie Don says Christianity. Then we have Neo Music saying King Ezana. That's the king that adopted Christianity in Ethiopia. And then we have Lonnie Don saying, where can I get their Bible? I'm not too sure as well. Neo Music says you can get it from Ethiopia. Oh, wow. Okay. Naomi says, just come to Ethiopia and go to the Orthodox Church. Yes, that's the name of the church. I thought it was Orthodox something, but okay, it's just called the Orthodox Church. Landon says, can it be delivered outside of Ethiopia? New Music says, I don't know. We should visit. Basically, Lonnie Don, Neo Music is saying, come to my country. Come to my country. Get it from the source. Written by that guy says, is the Ethiopian Bible similar to the Quran? Mm, I wouldn't say so. I don't know. I wouldn't say so. It's, if anything, the Ethiopian Bible is probably similar to the Christian Bible, but not identical. It has different books, of course, and as in it has more books. So the Christian Bible, I think, has like 66 books, if I'm not mistaken, and then the Ethiopian Bible might have like 84 books. Don't quote me on these figures, but the Ethiopian Bible has more books. And yeah, those books are very interesting. I've not read them, just heard about them. Like, I used to be a Christian, then I stopped being a Christian. So when I stopped, I just lost interest and I didn't care. But I love learning about the world. I love learning about different countries and their history and the people. So that's why I know all of this. Vidi says even in parts of Russia, they embrace the Orthodox Church and the buildings are decorated just like the ones in Ethiopia. Oh, wow, that is so interesting. That is so interesting. And I could definitely believe that and agree with you. Like, Russian people have actually such a good relationship with African people, and a lot of people don't know this. Like, even the Russian language, no, 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 the Russian alphabet was actually invented by a black person. Like, even Russian people will tell you this. It's so interesting. Melanie Dan says, I'll need money and visa first to visit Ethiopia. Where are you from, Lanidan? Because if you're from the West, it's going to be cheaper. I promise you, it's going to be cheap. Abiola says, are you Ethiopian lesbian? How? Badung. How did we get to Ethiopian lesbian? Damn, 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 damn. Abiola, you sound like you just wanted to be disrespectful. Neo Music says no, very different. I'm assuming this is to the Ethiopian Bible and the Ethiopian Bible and the Quran. They're quite different. They're quite different. They're quite different books. I would also think that as well because the Quran is the Quran and then the Bible is the Bible. I'm written by that guy. Says most authentic. I mean, not altered. I would say I don't know about the Quran being altered actually, but the Orthodox Bible, the Orthodox Church Bible, is also very much authentic. It hasn't been altered versus like the Christian King James version, the Good News version, whatever Bibles. The Ethiopian one is very much authentic as well. So maybe they both, if the Quran was never altered, then probably they both the same. I don't know about the Quran. Lani Dan says, why did you stop? Don't know if you've covered this before or not. I've covered this before. I can talk about it again. Let me see. I thought, okay, let me just finish all the questions and I'll tell you guys why I stopped being a Christian. Oh, Lani Dan, you're South African girl. I can't even blame you. South Africans, we don't travel. We don't travel. So I won't even judge you. We don't travel. So how can we get that Bible to Lonnie Dunn? How can we get it? Please. Neo Music says no, no, no. I'm guessing you're saying the Ethiopian Orthodox, Orthodox Bible is authentic, hasn't been altered. I'm not sure. Canary King says, Abiola, that's not nice. Please, no trolling. Exactly. Like, you just come here and talking about lesbians. Like, we have Flames watching from South Africa. Hey, Flames. I'm also South African. Abiola says, talk about your Nigeria. I'm not Nigerian. You just mad rude. Okay, one more rude question, one more rude comment from you, Abiola. You're gonna be removed. Canary King, the Ethiopian Bible has many more chapters. It does. Lots and lots of chapters. It talks about giants. That's something that really interests me. Like, I would love to know more about these giants. And these giants, for me, correlate to the Brazilian carnival. I know it sounds random, but the carnival, those huge figures, really for me, they trigger something in me. Like, I fear huge figures so much. Yeah, the Book of Enoch. Exactly. So I don't know. I feel like if I've lived a past life, there's something about giants to me. Something about giants. Anyways, Lonnie London says nah, and I know exactly what he's saying nah to. Us South Africans not traveling. And Vidi says, Monica, this goes back to the conversation we had a few lives back that most written literatures get diluted, unlike our passed down heritage. Exactly. Exactly. African people, we practice passing down our history through our history or orally. And Western concepts or Western ideals will have you thinking that, oh no, capturing your history orally can be inaccurate, it can be not captured properly. But actually, for me and for Vidi, we think it's probably one of the best ways because it's one of the reasons that even though Africans have been colonized, we still haven't forgotten our roots as a people, like as a whole. And it's because of the way we pass down our history. So going back to Lonnie London asking why I left Christianity, let me tell you guys the story. So I was born a Christian. My mother was a Jehovah's Witness. She became a Jehovah's Witness in 1993. That's when she got baptized. So I was born into the religion. It's all I know. But I never felt comfortable in the religion. It's all I knew, but it just never felt comfortable to me. It felt very much judgmental. And there was like just a lot of conditioning that was happening. And I was just like, I don't know. I just had a feeling where like this is not for me, but like not even not for me. I just had a feeling like something is off here, but I couldn't place it until I went to university. And in university, a lot of things opened up my eyes. So, for example, what stood out to me is that in university, when you do research, you are told to, quote your sources. So if you know any Jehovah's Witness, they will tell you that, yeah, we're a religion that does a lot of history when it comes to the Bible. We are very much informed and we have studied the Bible, we really know it. But then when you look at the religion, they only highlight points that support the religion and what the religion believes in and all of that. So as someone who grew up in an environment like that, when I went to university, it was quite surprising that our lecturer was encouraging for us to quote or cite sources that don't agree with our points when doing research and assignments. And that's when I started learning about critical thinking. And when you are a Jehovah's Witness, you are not encouraged to pursue a higher education. It's only now that the religion is experiencing a lot of scrutiny, a lot of backlash these last few years, where they are slowly changing their tone on a lot of things. So apparently, people are saying now that the religion is okay with people going to university. I don't know. I left. So I'm at university now and I'm learning about critical thinking. And as I'm learning about critical thinking, I'm also like opening my eyes to, racial injustices and I'm learning about, colonization, colonialism and all of that. And I just reached a point where in 2016 where I was like, this religion might just not be for me. And I was like a young adult at this point. I'm working now and I'm just like, yeah, it's not for me, this religion. And the Black Lives Matter movement is now really picking up, in America, and we're really talking about racial injustices for Black or African people, or Black and African people. and then the religion had a scandal. So in Australia, there was something called the Royal Commission. The Royal Commission was a commission that was holding different churches, not just the Jehovah's Witnesses, but even the Roman Catholic Church and other churches, where church leaders were being held accountable for essaying children. So children were being essayed in the church, and the church is covering it up. And I was just like, It's one thing to be part of a church where you're like, I just don't agree with your political views. I don't agree with, whatever. But to be part of a church or a religion that is facilitating and protecting the harming of children, yeah, I say no to that. So I left officially in 2017, and that's when I stopped being a Christian. I was agnostic for a couple of years. So, agnostic is when you just don't know if you believe in God or you don't believe in God. Like, you just don't know. Until 2021, I started doing this module in university called Africana Discourse and Thought, where I was basically doing African studies for the first time ever in my life. And again, this is where I learned about colonization, colonialism in detail, and then I learned more about African spirituality and the power of African spirituality. And ever since then, I started what do you call this? I started practicing African spirituality, and I've been practicing African spirituality now since 2022 maybe, but I really went in 2023. Like 2023 was the year where like I really went in hard. And yeah, it's been an interesting journey. There's a random fly here in my room. Ugh. But it's been a very interesting journey practicing African spirituality. I've really enjoyed it. I've learned so much about myself, about what it means to be African. And yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it here. I really am. Let me read some of your comments. We have Vidi saying to Abiola Raha, be careful seeing you want attention. You might give you the type you won't stand. Thank you, Vidi. Thank you. We have Kelly saying James Bruce from Scotland was able to bring back a copy of the Ethiopian Bible in the 1700s from Ethiopia. Oh, wow. Okay. Then we have Farias. Hi, my friend. I'm from Brazil. I love your skin. Oh, thank you, Farias. Guys, did you know Brazil has the highest population of black people outside of Africa? Like, Brazil is black. Blackity black, black, black. Yeah, thank you, Farias. If you're saying you like my skin, I believe you as a person from Brazil. Written by that guy. Are you single? Gosh, this fly. I don't have Doom here. Thank you. Let's answer other questions. I've been answering this. I'm single, guys. Lonnie Dunn, do you have a particular African spiritual that you follow? Um, I okay. Let me just read the next question. When you say Africa, oh, from on-site merchant, when you say African spirituality, do you actually mean the belief system of your tribe? Yeah. So I practice African spirituality that is more rooted in Outside merchant. The fly is trying to find out if you're single too. I am single, guys. I am single. I just answer this question like every single live. So it's like, relationships. It's just like this this fly. It's just tiring talking about relationships all the time. But yeah, I am single. But yeah, I do practice African spirituality, and the type of African spirituality that I practice is more related to my tribe or my clan. Um, but also influenced by just other Africans, I'll be honest, because no one in my immediate family practices African spirituality. So not a lot of things have been passed down to me, I'll be honest. So everything I'm learning, I am learning through other people and other African people. But I try to focus or center my African spirituality mainly to Southern African spirituality. So I learned from the Zulu clan. I learned from the Setswana, Sepedi, Sesotho clans. I learned from even the Tsonga people, the Chivenda people, the Nguni people, so Swati, like anything from Southern Africa, I quickly absorb because I see all Southern African people as my people, honestly. I'll be honest, because I am half Tswana, I am half Pedi, because my mother is Mupulana, so she falls under the Sepedi people. So I just look at what they are doing and then I learn from them. But then I take what resonates and what doesn't resonate, I just let go. Like that's the beauty about African spirituality, that unlike other religions like Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Islam, and all of those, where there are a lot of rules and you're told do this, don't do that. African spirituality is about your relationship directly with God or source or the universe. And you just taught maybe technology, like spiritual technology, and living in harmony and in peace with nature and respecting it, and seeing that everything is energetic all around us, everything is spiritual all around us. But at the end of the day, you define what it actually is for you. So, my form of spirituality will definitely not be the same as another person or another individual's form of spirituality. And when you start embarking also on African spirituality, you're really taught to start dream work. So capturing your dreams is very important. Writing down your dreams is very important. So once you start saying, yeah, I'm practicing African spirituality and I'm really, immersing myself into this form of spirituality, and you start monitoring your dreams, your ancestors will definitely start to come through. They've always been there. Like dreams are actually the ways in which your ancestors communicate with you, your ancestors, your spiritual guides. And we didn't really, at some point in our lives, we didn't really care much for our dreams. We didn't really monitor them as much. But then when you start practicing African spirituality, you are taught to start monitoring your dreams. You are taught to start watching them and capturing them, and they will give you messages, they will give you warnings, they will give you teachings. And depending if you have got spiritual gifts, you might even have, prophetic gifts where you're able to see into the future, or you may see into the past. There's some people who are also dream walkers. So dream walkers are people who are able to, help other people in with their dreams. They're able to go into other people's dreams. There's also that. So African spirituality is quite interesting. And when you start learning about African spirituality, you start to actually see that other forms of spirituality and other religions all are birthed from African spirituality, because African spirituality is the oldest form of spirituality on earth, the original. So everything comes from it. Even if you learn about the creation story from the Zulu people. Oh yeah, that's the thing I want to mention as well, is that African spirituality is very much interconnected and interlinked, even in different parts of Africa. So when you look at the Zulu people, they have their own creation story, talking about how Earth was created. And then when you go to Nigeria and you look at another tribe, for example, or you go to Burkina Faso and you look at another tribe, and they talk about the creation story of Earth, they're quite similar, even if they're not identical. They're quite similar. Even if you go to Peru, Brazil, and you look at people who practice spirituality that is indigenous to those people, there is always a connection. So yeah, African spirituality is quite interesting. I love it. You learn so much, and it allows you also to be tolerant and respectful of other people. So even if people don't practice African spirituality, we're not disrespectful. We're not going to tell people you need to practice this or not, like each to their own. But we are definitely taught to be respectful and tolerant of other people, and to understand that we are all at different frequencies in life. We've all got different journeys, and that's okay. Like in South Africa, you still find churches where they combine Christianity and African spirituality, not just in South Africa, even in Brazil. There's forms of faith where people combine African spirituality and Christianity. Like, for example, when Africans were abducted in Africa and they were taken to Brazil, for them to still practice their spirituality, they started assigning different deities, African deities, to Christian saints or Christian figures, or I don't know if I don't know if I can call them Christian deities, but different people who were part of the Christian religion, they started connecting different African deities to these people or individuals for them to continue to practice their faith, but covered as Christianity. So yeah, it's very interesting, basically. Um, Lani Dunn says relationships are the core and bane of human existence. They are. They really are. I've been single now for like what, 3 years, I think. Yeah, it's going on 3 years. And I've been having a good time. Like, I've really enjoyed being single. Cause yeah, man, relationships can be a lot of work. But some days you do miss being in a relationship, I won't lie. But being single is also nice. Guys, I can't believe I'm just hanging out with people on the internet. My hair looking a mess. And just comfortably sitting here and talking. Let me just check my battery. Okay, we still got a bit of battery power. I forgot to charge my phone. Okay. I'm just gonna try neaten up my hair because wow, wow, wow. This is a lot. Oh, these flies are pissing me off. It's hot. It's hot in South Africa. But I do think South Africa, like, there's a fly problem. But this year, it's not as bad as like last year. Last year was horrible. Last year was the worst. These flies. I'm looking for a hair tie. Yeah. Written by that guy asks, what is your preferred name? Monica. My other name is Matlodi, but I don't really use that name on the internet or in professional settings. Not that I hate my African name, it's actually just not on my ID. So because of that, I never really used the name. But I actually like the name. Maybe I'll add it to my ID at some point. Billy says exactly. We actually the same in Southern African people because most of our ancestors moved around a lot and knowledge was passed around. Hence why our heritage isn't that much different. Yeah, I agree with you as well. I also don't feel uncomfortable when I learn about African spirituality, like from Zulu people, even though I'm not Zulu. I do feel that we coexisted together for a reason. And even if I identify as half Tswana, half Sepedi or Mupulana, I don't know if I have Zulu ancestry, a few generations back. It's very much possible because we've been living together for thousands and thousands of years. Hence, me being comfortable with most African spirituality knowledge from Southern Africa. On-site merchant says, I know a book that may be of interest to you. It describes the pantheon of certain African tribes and also the initial contact of Africans with missionaries and how they made sense of Christianity. It sounds interesting. I Let me know of the name. I'm just I get so frustrated when I have to learn about just how much damage missionaries have done. Like, it's just so painful how the destruction these people have actually caused. I sometimes feel like as African people, we aren't angry enough. We're not angry enough at just how much we've lost at the hands of these people. But yeah, let me know about the name. Oh, starting to feel a little bit better already. Just getting this hair tied like this. Okay. Yeah. Lonnie London says, hi, then. Lonnie London Oh, why did I say Lonnie London? I'm already getting tired, guys. My mind is like, take a break. Yeah. Lonnie Dunn says, sinner criticism. What is that? Sinner criticism. Guys, English is escaping me now. That's how I know I'm getting tired. If I'm struggling to speak English. Lonnie Dunn says, girl, it's okay. I don't mind. I'm over here in PJs with the fan blasting on me. Oh, guys. I just enjoy lives because it feels like I'm just talking to, friends, and we're just having like a simple conversation. So I have to just make myself a little bit more presentable because that was messy. Vidi says it's been raining on my side, so my problem is mosquito. Oh, another problem in South Africa, mosquitoes. I feel your pain, Vidi. I feel your pain. Godspeed. Just buy that plug. I don't have it here. I would have shown you. Do I have it? Ugh, I don't have it here. But from Doom and I think it's called Morteen Target or something. They have that mosquito plug you plug in overnight. Lifesaver. And it actually lasts the whole month. It's actually sometimes even cheaper to buy a new one where you get a plug and you get the thingy you put in and you just twist it on and then you plug it all night. I'm telling you, you will sleep. Lonnie Don says the flies are definitely better this year. Last year it was worse. Yo, guys, the flies were eating us alive in South Africa last year. It was crazy. Lonnie Dunn says mosquitoes are worse. I take flies instead. Me too. Me too. I hate a mosquito, guys. Oh, and when they bite you, they will leave a damn scar. And it's itchy. Ugh. Written by that guy says, I'm thinking of opening shops in Africa. The brand is called Silk and Satin. Would it work? What would you sell? What do you want to sell in Africa? It could work. African people, we love buying, especially African women. We have shopping addictions. So, what do you want to sell? On-site merchant says, I agree. We are not angry enough about the systematic destruction of our identity. Religion is a core part of a culture. Exactly. 100%. And we are so comfortable adopting any form of religion that just is different from us as Africans. And it's not just South Africans, it's not just Nigerians, Ghanaians, Kenyans, like the whole continent, even Egyptians, even Moroccans, because even them, they've also been colonized by Arab people. They've been, I think the term is Arabanized. Don't quote me on that. But they are not Arab, especially when you go to places like Morocco. They will tell you that we're not Arab. Some of them are the Berber people, some of them are the Amazigh people or Azir people. I'm not too sure about the terms, but basically the people who were indigenous to North Africa. And even a lot of Africans, like dark skinned Africans, are from North Africa. Like, even if you learn about the history of ancient Egypt, it's actually dark skinned Africans. Those people they depict and depicting Cleopatra as like a white person and the pharaohs as white is so incorrect. Those were actual Africans, dark skinned Africans with woolly hair like mine. And we've just let people take that history. We've just let people, yeah, you know, colonize us. But I think we are waking up. I do feel we're not angry enough right now. But in the same breath, I do think we are waking up. Like the fact that we're having these conversations and more of us are having these conversations and not just even us as black people but even white people are having these conversations. There's this lady I follow on the other social media platform, the black one, and she's educating the white community on internalized racism, how colonizers actually seek the validation of Africa or of black people to make themselves feel better for what they have done, and all of these things. Like, it's just so interesting. So we are waking up as a whole world, and I feel like also we're uniting more people, especially indigenous people, people of color. we're realizing that we are stronger together and we actually need to lean more into working together. That's why I love BRICS so much. Like, BRICS to me is such an important concept that I am really hoping becomes successful, that I'm really, in support of. And yeah, I'm hoping that we will definitely start benefiting from bricks. Why is someone laughing from bricks? Why don't you like bricks? What? We have Eric Holiday saying, I love mosquitoes. Oh my goodness. Syncretism was what you were saying about mixing Christianity with African spirituality as a form of religion. Oh, wow. I did not know that term, Lonnie Dunn. Thank you for teaching me. That's a new word for me. But yeah, there's so many African churches where they combine African spirituality and Christianity. It's beautiful. Vidi says, I feel you, these bugs don't miss. He was responding to Lonnie Don. I feel you, these bugs don't miss. Once you start scratching over, Monica, I know what you're talking about. They seem to have adapted to the environment. Oh, guys, these bugs, I hate bugs. Written by that guy says, you like a guy that is your partner and business partner. You seem like a good manager, secretary. Really? I actually hate the concept of being a manager. I really hate the concept of being a manager. And yeah, I don't know why. I just don't like being a leader, I guess. I just think all good leaders are good followers or know how to lead from the back. So maybe that's the type of leader I am. A good leader, or really me quoting myself as a good leader. But yeah, I just, oh, when you say manager, that's a trigger word for me. But you seem to like, but you like a guy that is your partner and business partner, definitely. I think I've been single for 3 years, as I've mentioned to you guys, and guys, at this point, I'm not gonna be doing my hair anymore. I think I'm gonna take a break, so we're just gonna be chatting. I will continue when I continue later today. But yeah, in these 3 years of me being single, I've done so much inner work. I realized that my religious upbringing plays such a deep role in the type of partners that I attracted, and also just what I found attractive in a man, and also just my dating style, and just all of these things, like, they play such a role. And in the last 3 years, I've tried to just deconstruct again my upbringing as a Christian woman, and learn more about African spirituality, and learn more about my purpose and what it is that I want to achieve while I'm on planet Earth, and wanting to grow as an individual. And this has led to me wanting something different and more intentional when it comes to my relationships. And you are right, I am looking for a business partner. Because marriage is a business, guys. Like, marriage is truly a business. And I did realize, honestly, that I want someone who can help me grow my business, and I can also help them. Like, it's a partnership where we're both are growing, we're both helping each other. So yeah, a business partner, definitely. But manager, I don't know. Ah. I don't know. But yeah, my taste in relationships has definitely changed. But I'm not too sure at the same time, because I have been talking to people, but I haven't really allowed myself to, like, get close to someone. And I've just not been feeling ready, to be honest. Like, I just haven't been ready to open myself up to someone. Yeah. I sound so unsure. I sound so unsure. But it's the truth. Anyways. Lonnie Don says, firstly, also Wade Africa Booty, let us know. Ooh, Lonnie Don wants to know where in Africa. I love how African Americans say Africa. Vidi says, Ish, right now we're busy cleaning Africa, so wait a bit. We need our own people to prosper. No offense though. That is so true. That is so true. And just to piggyback off of what Vidi is saying is that this is why I have a soft spot for African or black owned businesses. I do feel that as Africans, we sometimes have such a low tolerance for black owned businesses where if a business is owned by a black person, we immediately expect, good service. And that is fair. If you're paying, for a product or a service, you do expect the service to be good. You do expect the service, to be on par. You are paying for it, and it's very much valid. You have paid for it. But I do feel that our tolerance for black owned businesses is so low. Like if a black owned business makes a mistake, we are quick to jump on it and call it out. But yet we are so comfortable supporting these businesses that don't support us, these businesses that play a role in manipulating our currencies, these businesses that can be so harmful to us as a community, black people, but we are quick to forgive them and just support them. So I say this to say that we should have more tolerance for black or African owned businesses. Like understand that they are doing this for the first time. But of course, I'm not saying tolerate nonsense. And if a business does not respect you, you don't have to keep supporting them. But sometimes, if it's a small mistake, we need to be more understanding. Lonnie Dunn says, oh no, it's not Lonnie Dunn. It's not Lonnie Dunn. I've read that comment. We are at Eric Halliday. I love red bone young lady like you, Miss Monica. Oh, red bone. Isn't red bone like light skin? If that's the case, I'm not light skin at all. I'm very dark skin. In fact, I'm very dark skinned. Oh, Lonnie Dunn, I agree with you 100%. We need a great overhaul of our political and value systems as well as Africans. 100%. There's a book I read earlier this year by Patrice Sombre. He's a shaman from Burkina Faso, and he was actually abducted by missionaries, Catholic missionaries, and they forced him, to learn French, to learn how to write, and all of these things. He grew up in Burkina Faso. He was part of the Dagara tribe. And in that book, I really learned something where it really helped me to start seeing African politicians in a different light. That African politicians, especially the ones who were educated through a Western lens, especially like baby boomers and boomers, like those people will never liberate us. Those people still feel inferior when it comes to their colonizers. And how can you expect someone who feels inferior, someone who still fears the colonizers, someone who still puts them on a pedestal? How can we expect those people to liberate us as Africans? And I was like, oh. So my expectations for African leaders are low, non-existent. Like these people can never do anything for us because they are still oppressed. They are still oppressed. So I agree with you, Lonnie Don, 100% that we need a great overhaul of our political and value systems as Africans. And I think we can only do that by putting young people in power. Millennials need to be in politics. We Gen X, I feel like they're also far gone. Also far gone. Yeah. Canary says bricks. Bricks is um a block. I almost said blockchain. Not a blockchain. BRICS are a group of countries that came together, countries that are starting their own, currency. It includes that, their own financial systems that not necessarily to go against the dollar. They people try to make it look like BRICS is designed to go against the dollar. The dollar is what has the financial system of the world is what has kept America rich and powerful. Because if you and I, for example, Canary Kin, if you are based in China, for example, and I'm here in South Africa and I want to buy whatever it is that you're selling, I have to buy it using the dollar. even though you are in Chinese, you have your one, I'm in South Africa, I have my rand, I need to use the dollar to facilitate the transaction. So that is what has kept America so rich and powerful. But this also has given it power also to destabilize other countries. It has given it power to sanction other countries because of we use the dollar for everything. So BRICS nations have come together to say, you know what? We're starting our own financial systems and we're going to be helping each other. We're going to be working together. So it's not just for a currency, but it's also to start trading with each other and just growing together as countries for our liberation. So Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa came together and then formed BRICS. I think this was in 2008. Not too sure about the date, but BRICS nations came together. So again, BRICS is an acronym. B Brazil, R China, I India, C China, S South Africa. So the BRICS nations were formed. And then now at the end of 2024, I think 100 and something countries, showed an interest in joining BRICS. And then they, invited other 10 countries. I think it was like Argentina, even though Argentina has left, it removed itself after the latest president became the president. He removed them from BRICS, but it included Ethiopia, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iran, I think Indonesia. I can't remember, but a group of other countries joined. And then I think they've now added another group of other countries. I'm not sure. I haven't really been keeping up. And there's a currency coming as well. So the currency is going to help us as countries now to, have our own financial system to work together. So interesting times. I agree with you. 0.20. BRICS is the best. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, BRICS is the best. Okay, on-site merchant says amazing. Amazai. I'm reading this in my South African accent. Amazai Berbers are the indigenous people in North Africa who are not Arab, mainly found in Algeria. Yeah, you also do find them also in other North African countries, but that's what I meant, that they also have been, colonized and invaded by another group of people here in Africa. Bidi Tulani Dan, exactly. So many African ideas have been pending. It's time to move on that. It really is time, guys. It really is time. Eric Halliday, use cocoa butter, Oreo coconut oil, using your skin by mosquitoes. I've never tried coconut oil to get rid of mosquitoes. Lonnie down to Vidi. Somebody gets it. We need to proactively implement our ideas and stop stalling. Yes, these things take time, but that time to grow and shape is now, because I'm tired of the unrest, yo, and disappointment. 100%, guys. I think this is one of the reasons why I felt like I needed to step away from the corporate world. Is that I do think working a 9 to 5, and I say this understanding that it's a luxury and not everyone has the same opportunity, but I do feel that working a 9 to 5 is such a distraction for us as Africans, because we are here working so hard to strengthen and ensure that certain people are rich, certain people still make money, and we're not taking that time and effort into putting it into ourselves and growing our own businesses. Like, our governments are not supporting black owned businesses like they should be. And oh, guys, my battery's almost dying. But yeah, Africans, the time is now. Honestly, the time is really now for us to work and grow our own businesses. If you're someone who has the opportunity to start a business, this is the time, because when you start your own thing, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for the generations to come behind you, your children. Like, I was just thinking about this, that, starting a business is a humiliation ritual. Guys, it's so humiliating, especially when you worked a 9 to 5. Like, I had a successful career at a 9 to 5. I was working, for the president, and I was working for his foundation, and it was a successful career, and I really was, making good money. But it was such a horrible experience working there. I got like so bullied. It was such a toxic environment, and I was just like, why am I putting all this effort, all this time to better someone's future when I can put all of this time and effort, these talents into bettering my future. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start my own thing, start my own business. And even if it's hard, even if I'm broke, even if I'm struggling, I will put this effort in right now because I'm doing it for my future children. I will deal with the humiliation right now so that my children do not have to deal with this. Because isn't it so embarrassing how people are depressed and just sad because they are unemployed when we could literally live off the land? The land can literally give you everything that you need, but we don't even have that land because it's been taken away from us. And we are so busy caught up with chasing Western ideals that we don't even have the time to pursue what really, really should matter to us as Africans. So, yeah, the time is now as an African for you to start building what it is that you want to achieve in this world. Like, now is the time. It's uncomfortable, it's difficult. You are going to have to face so much of yourself when you start getting into entrepreneurship. It's so difficult. My advice would definitely be go to school, and you don't even have to go to university. You can go to so many organizations that offer free entrepreneurial programs. Do those things, especially if you're under 35 years old, because most opportunities once you hit 35 are non-existent. So if you're under 35, really, really grasp those opportunities and learn and study and start your own business. And even if you're like, maybe not now, in 10 or 5 years time, I'll look into it. No, babes, now is the time. Artificial intelligence is moving at such a pace, like it is surpassing human intelligence at a pace that even the people who created it are surprised. They're like, oh my gosh, it's happening quicker than we expected. Like even Elon Musk, and I don't like Elon Musk. I don't like him. I don't stand for what it is that he believes and stands for. But even he was saying that the concept of work, the concept of money is changing. Like in the next couple of years, not decades, couple of years, the work landscape is going to change drastically. It's going to be so different. So if you're someone who cannot survive on your own, and if you're someone who's dependent on a 9 to 5, and you're thinking that is stability, in 5 years' time, babes, in 5 years' time, it's not going to be the case. It's going to be a shock to a lot of people. And that's the thing also about working a 9 to 5, that I realized that you become so. You thinking when you work a 9 to 5 that, yeah, I know what's going on in the world, I'm so informed, but you're actually just informed on specifically the industry that you're working in, not even the specific industry, your specific company. You're not as informed and just aware of what's going on in and around you because you're so focused on your job and just doing your job and going home to rest. The world is moving at such a quick pace. It's crazy. Like being an entrepreneur has allowed me to just see all of these things. And when you have time, you're kind of able to keep up and educate yourself because you've got time, you're doing your own thing. But if you're working a 9 to 5, it's so difficult to stay with the times actually. Like it's so difficult, it's crazy. Because and you don't have time. I understand for people. Like you don't have time. You've got work, you've got a family, you've probably like got other responsibilities. So I'm not saying this to scare you, but telling you to understand that the job landscape is changing. How we work is changing. And 20 years ago, 50 years ago, there's careers that didn't exist, like social media, um, being a coder, all of these technological driven or influence careers did not exist a couple of years ago. So think about just how the landscape has changed in terms of the different careers that we have right now and the change we got to experience in just the last 20 or 10 years. Now think of the next 10 or 20 years, how it can change even more. So as Africans, I say this to say it's time to really wake up. It's time to log in. It's time to really start your own thing. Yeah, man. It really is. Woo, I just preached right now. Erica Halliday says, Sunny lady, meet boy Sunny. I am chosen one to 1% blueprint. About me, yes or no? Why do you think I'm a chosen one? I don't think I'm a chosen one. It always makes me laugh, this whole concept of being a chosen one. I definitely think I'm a chosen one in my family lineage, but I don't know about the rest of the world. Yeah, okay. Kyle Musket, hi baby. I'm from South Africa, and you? Me too, Kyle. I'm also from South Africa. Hi, Kyle. Theo VR. My nan Loki a burger for real. Bun brains. Skibidi. Charlie Kirk. No, VR. Lonnie Dunn says, Man, Joanna. Exactly. Hi, yeah, Lonnie Dunn says, Yo, Monica, my expectations for African politician isn't Satan's ass crack. Me too. Me too. And like, guys, let me tell you something now. These politicians who are playing in our faces as Africans, their children, their children and grandchildren are going to pay the price. They are going to pay the price. I am telling you. I am telling you. This will not be forgotten. Their children are going to pay the price. Mark my words. On-site merchant says, "Did you see the president of Kenya bowing down to and saluting the King of England? The president of Kenya. I don't want to say much because people disappear in Kenya. But Ruto, yeah, what I knew was a mess was when I remember there was an issue in Haiti maybe 2 years ago, and Ruto was like, no, to America. America wanted to get involved in how in the whole issue in Haiti. Haiti was like this destabilizing issues. Of course, we know Haiti, and then America was like, "Excuse me, we need to send military people there. We need police officers to go there." Not the Kenyan president saying we will send 100K Kenyans to go. You're sending black people to go fight black people. That's when I knew, like, something is not right here. And then we started monitoring, Kenyan politics a bit more and more. And then we started to see, like, oh no, it's a mess here. Vidi says, you lie. He did what? On-site merchant. See, our old age home politicians need to go. On-site merchant says, you forgot India and the BRICS acronym. I didn't. I said Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. I did mention India. But he says they are also fighting this whole thing of being sanctioned by one country as a bullying mechanism. Exactly. Exactly. Because of the dollar, America is able to sanction other countries. So if BRICS now has their own currency and everything, even if Americans are like, okay, we're going to sanction you as a country, it's like, okay, who cares? Yeah. We have Ahir Banda. Ooh, Ahir Banda. Hello. Written by my guy Silk and Satin. Lonnie Dawn, girl, tell me about it. Shivam, hello Shivam. Vidi. Sad part right now is we rely more on foreign funding because should you try to get government tenders, either you play ball or they shut you down. Yep. Written by that guy. When is your birthday and how old are you? I am 32. My birthday is on the 12th of May. Yeah. My birthdays, guys, they suck right now. Like, birthdays for me. I grew up as, Jehovah's Witness, so we didn't celebrate birthdays. So birthdays for me are just like, oh, so awkward. But I really want to get into celebrating them more. Like, I really want to put in that effort. Mm. Oh, guys, written by that guy, you definitely chosen by me. Thank you. You guys. Vidi Miyagi says, true that. Look at the Mandela dynasty. When last did you hear anything good about them? Thank you. Thank you for that point, Vidi. Thank you for that point. Because we're going to see flames for these people. Like, it's not going to be good. Like, your parents can play people, it's fine, but you're going to pay for it. You're actually going to pay for it. And remember, in Africans, oh my god, I'm just reading Unside Merchants comment. President Monica loading. I can see you whooping ass at the United Nations. Oh my god. Firstly, do not include me in the United Nations because that is a fake organization. Mm-mm. That is a system being used by the West to facilitate chaos in developing countries. I'm just saying. African nations, I'm just side eyeing it, honestly, at this point. I'm really side eyeing it, especially with the whole Palestine situation. Like, it exposed so much. So I don't know. Hey, I don't know. But just back to Vidi's point that look at the Mandela dynasty right now. We're not hearing good things about them. In African spirituality is that when you see an individual, you're also seeing their ancestors. So when we greet, for example, it's always in my language, we say dumelang, lekai, everything. So that exchange, it's not singular, it's plural. When I greet you, I'm not just greeting you, the individual that I'm seeing, but I'm seeing the people who came before you and even the people to come after you, because we are not an individual and we are made up of, who our ancestors are. We are a manifestation of our ancestors. So when these children are suffering, it's not just them suffering, it's their ancestors. These politicians, they will be suffering too through their children. So, yeah, these coming years, we're going to see. We're going to see how things play out for them. If anything, we need to inform ourselves and know exactly who these people are and who their children are, so we're not supporting people who should not be supported. Written by that guy says, I'm 36 from Bangladesh, living in the UK. Oh, okay. 36. That's a good age. Written by the okay, wait. Lani Dunn says, let's talk about it because yes, UN is a farce. Honestly. And we've been hearing about the UN for a couple of years, and I feel like we've not been paying attention. We need to ask ourselves, where there's chaos, the United Nations are there. They are there. If it's chaotic in a place, they are there. Why? Why? And then you hear about how these UN soldiers are raping people, yeah, in Africa and around the world. Yeah, Red Cross too. Yeah, like these organizations, that's also another thing. Like I worked for the NGO a lot as well, and that's why I also just at some point stepped away from just the corporate NGO space. Like it's just bad all around. Written by that guy says, "Are you working or looking for work?" This is me working. I'm self-employed. I'm doing my own thing. I'm running my own business. Yeah. Kagiso M. Mahlangu, do you agree with Burna Boy kicking out fans after they slept while he performed? No. No, I do not agree. And Burna Boy is always late to his concerts. He's always late. That is so messy. And like, I don't understand. I've seen him perform. He performed at the Delicious Festival here in South Africa, and I went to see him perform. He is an excellent performer. He was so good. Like I really enjoyed his performance. I will not lie. Excellent performer. But you have to respect your, the people who are paying to come see you, people who support your craft. Like it got to his head. It really got to his head. I don't believe in kicking people out. Honestly, I don't. Lonnie Dunn, Red Cross too. Then Canary Kin, UN treats Africa as second class, as does BRICS. I mean, I wouldn't say BRICS as well. Like BRICS honestly is not doing anything. BRICS has not really done anything. It's just starting. So I don't think it's treating Africans as second class. But we need to remember that BRICS is not necessarily just for Africans, it's for the global south as a whole, including Russia and other countries. Like, I'm not saying there's no issues with BRICS. When it comes to the world of politics, you need to remember it's never black and white. They never 100% good or 100% bad. Like, you need to just always be mindful. But I do think BRICS is not necessarily for just Africans. It's for the global south, if anything. And it's there to benefit us. Maybe you're referring to how there aren't a lot of African countries who are part of BRICS. So I don't know. Yeah. Vidi says, as for BRICS, the core fundamentals seem great, but my post comes from how big is Africa's role? Sure, we at the table, but to what extent? Yeah, like to me, honestly, when I've seen BRICS, I don't think BRICS is for Africans. I don't think it's for Africans, and not in a negative way, but like as Africans, we need to stop looking for liberation and being saved by other organizations. Like they will never save us, even if we're looking for help from, the Latin community, the Russian community, the Middle Eastern community. Like they're not going to save us. Like everyone is focused on their own agenda. And as Africans, we need to liberate ourselves. If anything, we need to go fix that African Union. We need to go fix that African Union because what is going on in the African Union as well? Like Africa needs to come together and work together. Like, no one is going to come and save us. And we don't need anyone. There's literally 54 countries. By the year 2050, in the next 25 years, 1 in 4 people on this planet, 1 in 4, 25% of this planet is going to be just black people. Why would we need someone else to come and save us? Because anyone who's coming to save us will not just come to save us without coming to take something. We need to do it for ourselves. So I think BRICS can be an avenue for us to get stronger, but it's definitely not going to be the avenue to save us. Definitely not, in my opinion. On-site merchant says, facts, Monica. In many African cultures, we see and acknowledge the lineage of people when we interact. This is exhibited in how we greet one another. It truly is. Hey, guys. Like, our language carries so much history. Lonnie Dan says, they paid for the concert and apparently the lady was tired all morning. And I'm not sure again, but she had just laid her head down on her partner's shoulder to just unwind at his concert. Like, it's so stupid to me. It didn't make sense because even if she was sleeping, we're talking about Brenda Boy's concert here, someone falling asleep. Like, even if she was sleeping, it's one person out of how many people? How many people? Like, come on. And if someone is sleeping through a concert, they must be really tired because it's so loud. It's so loud. So if they are sleeping, something is going on. It's like being upset at someone being sick at your concert. If someone passed out, being upset at it. Like, why? If anything, maybe you could have just said, hey, there's someone sleeping in the crowd. Maybe can you just guys remove them? Maybe they need to go rest or whatever. Like it was unnecessary to do a whole scene. And this again, I think also people are fed up because of he's got a history of doing this, being aggressive at his concerts, always late, and then attitude, and then also like people apparently, there's pews involved. Like Burna Boy kind of had it coming, like it went to his head. It honestly did. Yeah, Canary King says China has a clear advantage. It honestly does. And we can learn so much from China as well because China got strong, it got better all on its own. It did it on its own. It didn't look for other people to help it. Like as Africans, we can learn so much from Africa. Like China did it after going through, I think it was like 1,000 years of humiliation. They call it like the 1,000 years of humiliation, where China was just so poor and dealing with a lot. And what helped China a lot is how the president cracked down on corruption and corrupt leaders. That's where China actually started to get right. Canary King, after 500 years, isn't it time to do for self? Exactly. After 500 years, isn't it time that maybe we woke up as Africans and started doing things for ourselves? Lonnie Dunn says, we do need to liberate ourselves, but firstly, our leaders need to cut off from the apron strings of their masters and implement systematic reforms of change and unite. Cliche, but truly unity is indeed 100%. 100%. Unity in Africa is the only thing that will liberate us as Africans. It's the only thing. Because all of us as African nations, we've got different strengths, we've got different resources that if we put them together, we will become stronger. And that's how the West has been able to colonize us. They did it through what? Divide and conquer. We didn't have borders. We lived comfortably amongst each other. Like, yes, there were wars, there was fighting amongst us as people, but it wasn't over religion, one. It wasn't over, stealing of resources and stuff. So as Africans, we definitely do need to wake up and unite. But I don't think our leaders can liberate us. I'll be honest. The current leaders we have as Africans right now, these old people, it can't be them. Vidi says, but again, we as Africans are playing catch up because of our leaders. So them extending their hand isn't a bad thing, but the fine print is what matters because how long are we still shipping our minerals? I need to give you a bit of pushback here. I think our leaders should stop extending the hand. We don't need foreign aid. We don't need it. We don't need it. Africa loses so much from the things that it exports. Imagine if we started importing everything and working with each other. The water alone in the Congo, just the water alone, if they build a hydro hydraulic system where they started hydro energy, that energy being created can light up the whole of Africa. Like electricity can be generated from just the Congo River. We don't need aid. We don't need it. We need to liberate ourselves and start being more selfish as Africans. Being selfish for Africa. We need to start doing that. On-site merchants says, as Africans have our own bloc called the African Union, but we are still mentally aligned to our colonizers more than our neighbors on the continent that we share. 100%. Like, why are there Arab countries in the African Union? Israel literally got kicked out just a couple of months ago or a year ago. Why were they there in the first place? Lonnie Don agrees with on-site merchant. On-site merchant says that is so true. China has dramatically transformed in our lifetime. 30 years ago, people over there dreamed of owning a bicycle. Now they're exporting their cars across the world. Exactly. And the government is helping them. The government is helping them so much because they had a good political system that got rid of corruption and started prioritizing the people. Nathan Ngube, are you Christian? No, I am not. And then we have Minintle Mkwanazi. Hi, Minintle. Yeah, guys. Oh my gosh, it was such a good live. I really enjoyed chatting to you guys and just opening up and talking. And I don't even know how you got to politics, but this is the Monica Live. If there's anything, we're going to talk about politics. But I had such a great time chatting with you guys. I hope you all have a beautiful Sunday going forward. I'm going to relax now. I'm gonna spend time with my family. I'm gonna start getting dinner ready because I want to cook and take my time, listen to some music, just vibe and chill. Yeah, and just enjoy my Sunday. I am grateful for every single one of you who was part of this live, left a comment. I really appreciated it. And it was so nice getting to know all of you and just sharing our points, talking about the liberation of our people. I hope you will all wake up as Africans at some point. It was so lovely chatting to you as well, Lonnie Don. I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you all. Bye.